Bridgerton Season 3 is on its way and fans are eagerly awaiting the next love story. The next season will break off from the book order and focus more on Colin and Penelope's story rather than Benedict's. Apart from the obvious Pauline story, which we're obviously all awaiting eagerly, there are other stories and characters we would love to see more about in Season 3. Let us talk about those characters and their stories. Hey guys, welcome back to Movie Musings. If you haven't done it yet, please hit the subscribe button, turn on notification and give this video a thumbs up. Our first character is the Lady Violet Bridgerton. Formerly the Dowager Viscountess Bridgerton, Lady Bridgerton, played by Ruth Gamble, is a favorite in the show. Taking care of 8 kids while managing a household is no small feat. In Season 1, she may have done things that we're not proud of, like unwillingly influence Anthony to make the match between Barbrook and Daphne by inferring that if Edmund was still alive, he would have already made a match for Daphne. In Season 2, we see a change in her character. We see her past relationship with Edmund, the pain and sorrow at his death, her guilt over not being there for Anthony is expressed as well as she tries to mend their relationship. However, Violet needs some spice in her life. Will there be a potential love interest for her? Will she start oil painting as referenced in the books to give her some joy? We want to see her be a mother but also enjoy herself and get to as much trouble as her children seem to. In this scene, we see her comforting Anthony when Kate wakes up after her accident. They have grown somewhat closer now that Anthony is looking for a wife. The second character that we want to know more about is Mrs. Varley. Mrs. Varley is the housekeeper of the Featherington household. She's cunning and is a close confidant or even a friend to Lady Portia Featherington. This relationship between servants and members of the town is not shown commonly in the other families. We do see instances of Mrs. Wilson and Violet conferring on household duties, but not to the degree of Mrs. Varley and Lady Featherington. Lady Violet rarely confides in Mrs. Wilson. How did Mrs. Varley and Lady Featherington's friendship blossoms? It seems to have started due to the troubles that Portia has with her first husband, Lord Featherington, who was a gambler and left the family in debt. In Season 2, we see Lady Featherington hatch a plan with Jack Featherington, who is the new Lord Featherington, to help steal from the families of the town. It's also witty as seen in this scene where she lets Benedict ramble on about the painting while the artist is still there and has a little devious streak. However, we mostly see Lady Danbury dispensing advice encourages from Season 1 where she's in a carriage with Simon and advising him to do something about Daphne Bridgerton, either propose or stop stringing her along. Apart or in Season 2, where she advises Kate to play nice with Lord Bridgerton. A lot we do not know about Lady being Danbury. On the Bridgerton siblings, in Season 1, it may be a tight fit to Lady Danbury was Lady Danbury's whole life story. But she's such a complex, intriguing character, and Simon's mistreatment given to us in Season 1 and she took over and raised him. Especially in Season 1, when she introduces Daphne to other ladies, assumes the role of mother with Simon and takes over advising married ladies and finds there a mixture of fun, drinking, gambling, laughter. She's seated in a table with other women discussing matters that they will not be comfortable discussing in the town. And this tiny glimpse of us that is given of Lady Danbury leaves us wanting for more. And in Season 2, we are not really shown any. In Season 2, we are no longer shown this life of Lady Danbury, and we hope that we will be able to see more of this in Season 3. Our fifth character, Miss Francesca Bridgerton. This is the elusive Bridgerton sibling who is forever in Bath. I hope they show more of Francesca this season. Season 1, we get tiny snippets of her, especially when Daphne is around, and during major events such as when Simon meets the family for the first time together after their honeymoon. And also at the end of Season 1 when Colin departs for his Grecian travels. In Season 2, we see Francesca briefly when Daphne brings Augie to meet the family. However, she's missing in major family functions such as the Pall Mall game, as well as Anthony's bangled nuptials to Miss Edwina Sharma. Francesca is also missing in the last Pall Mall game of season 2, where Anthony and Kate are back from their 6-month honeymoon. With Ruby Stokes being replaced by Anna Dodd as Francesca in the coming seasons, we could hopefully see more of her. It will be great to see her personality and dynamic and relationship with other siblings, particularly the elder siblings. If you want more information about the recasting of Francesca Bridgerton, please see my Instagram page that I've linked below, as well as my blog, Little Movie Musings. Our 5th character is Miss Cressida Cowper, who is indeed vile and a bully. After being out for 2 seasons with no match, we're all curious about Cressida. Who is she? Will she get a love story, a romance, an arranged marriage? How exactly will Cressida's story progress? Throughout the seasons, Cressida Cowper has had love interests. In season 1, she was being courted by Prince Frederick of Prussia, who dropped his pursuit of Cressida to pursue Daphne. In season 2, she catches the eye of Lord Jack Featherington. He in turn only wants Cressida for her money, and this courting is brought to a stop by Lady Portia Featherington when she puts Prudence and Jack together in a compromising position in the orangery, forcing Jack and Prudence to become engaged. However, Cressida knows Daphne's secret, or her kiss with Simon in the gardens, I believe, and this secret she has kept it as a kindness out of Daphne. But will she forever remain kind? Let us remember that this is a bully and she's holding very sensitive information. Will they ever address this in the story? Our last character and the focus of season 3 is Lady Whistledown, aka Penelope Featherington, author of the scandalous shit that the town seem to hate and simultaneously crave because of its gossip on the town. As season 3 is based on Colin and Penelope, this would be a great story to address. The beginnings of Lady Whistledown. How and why was this idea born? We are aware of the when, as it seems to be known at the beginning of season 1 after Daphne's presentation to the Queen and being named the Diamond of the Season. That is when the first Whistledown sheet comes out. In short, we need to see how Penelope started and established a successful business as a woman in Regency England. What exactly prompted her to start Lady Whistledown? Penelope has always stayed in the shadows, overlooked by her mother, her siblings, as well as the love of her life, Colin Bridgerton. Despite being Eloise's best friend, whose disdain and contempt for the town is well known, Penelope seems to love the town, or the idea of it, possibly because she's always pushed to its corners. In season 1, we are given a glimpse of the process that it takes to be Lady Whistledown, including how she takes the prints, how she takes the gossip to be printers in the middle of the night to be printed, and the signals she has with the carriage. In season 2, we are shown even more in depth about the risks of being Lady Whistledown. From being hunted by Queen Charlotte to almost being found out by Miss Delacour. There is disguises, Scottish accents. How far would Penelope go for Lady Whistledown, and how exactly did she start? I really hope that they address this question in season 3 as they focus on Colin and Penelope's story. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a thumbs up if you liked the video, subscribe and turn on notifications. I have also linked my blog and my Instagram below, where I also talk about the movies immediately they come out. So if you want to hear the reviews sooner than a YouTube video, please go and check out the blog in the link below. Thank you for watching, guys.